What's up everyone, welcome back. The Miami Heat have somewhat quietly been one of the best teams in the NBA for really the entire year now. They are currently in a two-way tie for being the number one seed in the Eastern Conference, and many believe they are one of the few teams who have a real chance at winning a championship. They without a doubt have a very deep and well-rounded team, arguably even having one of the best starting lineups in the entire league. Led by Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Kyle Lowry, along with PJ Tucker and usually Duncan Robinson, the Heat have a formidable starting unit. And while they may have not made any moves at the trade deadline, that does not mean their rotation will not be getting a boost anytime soon. Because they have a former two-time All-Star patiently waiting to make his return, and that return could be coming sooner rather than later. If you do not know who I'm talking about by now, I happen to be referring to Victor Oladipo. I cannot say I'd really blame you if you forgot that he was on their team, but you will not have to wait long before being reminded. Oladipo recently played 5-on-5 with the Miami Heat's G League team, and that was a big milestone in his recovery. After having to have a second surgery to repair his torn quad tendon, Oladipo quickly became a forgotten player. He went from being an all-star in the prime of his career to then being a player who could not seem to stay healthy and had to settle for a minimum level contract. Yep, you heard that correctly. Victor Oladipo is currently on a minimum level contract, which honestly to me is a bit crazy to think about, and especially when you remember that at one time he was trying to get a max level contract. If you forgot, he once turned down a very large contract from the Indiana Pacers in an effort to get a max level one from them. Unfortunately for Oladipo though, that happened to be around the same time that he initially tore his quad tendon, and he has not been able to be the same player ever since. However, the Heat don't really need him to be everything that he once was. Like I mentioned before, they are currently at the top of the East and don't really need much more to be considered elite. If anything, they are pretty much already there. And if they even get half of the player that Oladipo once was, that alone will be a huge boost for them. Many people have already seemed to forget how good Victor Oladipo once was. No, he may not have been a top 10 player or anything like that, but Oladipo was pretty damn good. A guy who once averaged 23 5-5, along with playing elite level defense and even leading his team to a deep playoff run cannot be overlooked, and the defense part here is really what the Heat are hoping to get from him. At one time, Victor Oladipo was pretty much a 3-and-D player on steroids. He did everything that you'd want from your 3-and-D wing, but then even added playmaking and scoring ability too. And he even got to the point of doing that at a near elite level as well. But again, the Heat do not need him to do that. They just need him to be an above average 3-and-D player. And I believe Victor Oladipo can do that. Now, there are definitely questions about his ability to stay healthy, but he is pretty much the cherry on top for them at this point. They are already a great team, and Oladipo could make them even better. He is kind of their secret weapon at this point, and one that many people have already forgotten. It is not every year that a team will have the luxury of adding a 29-year-old former All-Star to their already great rotation. I know he might seem a bit older than that at this point, but nope, I promise you, Oladipo is still not even 30. I'm not sure if he will ever be able to return to his prior form, but given that he is still relatively young, I have no doubts about his ability to once again be a productive player. And any positive impact that he can make on their team will just make them that much better. How much better exactly? That I cannot really tell you, but I do think we need to be aware that the Heat could potentially be getting even better. But with that will conclude my thoughts on the potential impact that Victor Oladipo could make on the Miami Heat. And what do you guys think? Did you forget about Oladipo? And how do you think he could impact their team? Let me know your thoughts by commenting down below and we can talk about it there. But before you go, I would like to invite you to join the official Discord for the channel. If you like having NBA debates and discussion with others in real time, being updated on NBA news, or even being able to chat with me, then you really should think about joining. That will do it for this video though. big thank you to everyone who took the time to watch until the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and turn on notifications to get notified right away when I drop a new video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.